Bro, he couldn't even go 3 months. Fat Mike is officially an enemy of the channel again. Hit the intro. And here I thought that Fat Mike was going to continue on with his life without any more cringe, but more cringe has come across my desk. Now, I was going to make a video about this a couple weeks ago, but then I don't know, man, I couldn't watch the whole thing. What am I even talking about? I'm getting ahead of myself. Fat Mike and El Jefe of the band NOFX appeared on Bert Kreischer's podcast, bro. Bert Kreischer, you know, the least funny comedian out of all the comedians going right now. This guy, Bert Kreischer. Bert Kreischer. He has this show where he whips up a meal, apparently, and then what he does is he interviews people while he's whipping up the meal and then eating the meal. Quite honestly, I like the format. Not gonna lie, I just don't think that this guy's necessarily that charismatic of a host. I don't think that he's that funny, and nor do most people in the world, and I don't blame them. Bert Kreischer, kind of a cringe lord, kind of not a funny guy. Bert Kreischer just thinks it's funny to whip off his shirt, slap his belly, and do like a cannonball into a pool or something while drinking beer. That's the kind of guy this guy is, right? And Fat Mike, he appeared on the podcast, and that in itself, innocuous enough. I'm not going to consider that an enemy-worthy thing. So I went ahead and I tried to watch this, right? I gave it the college try. A good effort, but I couldn't get through it, dudes. There was nothing I could do to force myself through it. And what I did initially was I downloaded the entire thing and I was going to clip it up and I was going to have some witty remarks to all these great clips or whatever, but literally I couldn't get through the first 10 minutes. But I can get through those first 10 minutes again for the sake of this video, just to illustrate to you how much Fat Mike has fallen in the last 3 months. And to be honest, I think that this is a dig at me, and that's fine, and that's okay. We have a little bit of drama. There's some tension between Fat Mike and I. We've cleared the air. It's water under the bridge until today. Today, it's water over the bridge, Fat Mike. Because you know who pitched this kind of idea to Fat Mike? It was me. It was me. Now I'm gonna break kayfabe over here, all right? I'm gonna go behind the curtain, and whatever you think about this, you think about this. But while I was going through the whole drama with Fat Mike, we were emailing back and forth, no big deal. It was all candy, all right? We cleared it all up, it was fine. But while I had Fat Mike, I knew that this was my opportunity to pitch something. So yes, it is in bad taste, and I did it completely uncouth-like, but I pitched something to Fat Mike while apologizing to him and while he was telling me it was cool. And I said I wanted to do a My Breakfast with Blassie type thing with him. Now, if you're not familiar with My Breakfast with Blassie, it's an old Andy Kaufman film when he sat down with legendary professional wrestling personality, Classy Freddie Blassie, and it's one of my favorite pieces of media ever. All of my whole shtick is based off of this one film, basically. I absolutely love My Breakfast with Blassie. I'm nothing without it, to be honest. My Breakfast with Blassie is like the nucleus of the kind of performer that I always wanted to be. So I took this opportunity to pitch My Breakfast with Blassie to Fat Mike. And I think I might have already said this on the channel a little bit. I might have already let the cat out of the bag. But I know that me and Fat Mike were in correspondence, and I know that he deliberately ignored this message, and that's fine. That's his right. But he went out and he found somebody that does like a cooking and eating show, interview style, the one that I directly pitched to him, and he took it to someone else, dude. He was like, who's actually doing that right now? Who's like eating food and interviewing people? Who isn't just some weird guy on a YouTube channel with 25,000 subscribers? Well, 26,000 now. Thank you to everybody that hit that sub button and press like. You might as well do those things right now. So I pitched this My Breakfast with Blassie to Fat Mike, not expecting anything. I knew it wasn't the best time to pitch this kind of thing, you know. We were in the middle of a drama, near the tail end of it, but I was like, imagine this interview off the tail of this drama, and then we sit down and have dinner. That would be great. But in my version of it, I'm not cooking the thing. In my version of it, Fat Mike and I go into public and we sit down at a public restaurant, nothing staged, absolutely nothing staged other than the camera just being set up, and you just capture the awkward interaction between me and Fat Mike in a public setting like a diner or a Tim Hortons or something like that. I think that that is gold. So I'm still gonna take this breakfast with Blassie idea and try to pitch it to somebody, but there would have been nobody better than Fat Mike, bro. We were involved in a drama, a very public spat. It was all very, very fresh and there was momentum. Imagine at the tail end of all that drama, if you were here for it, you know, it would be crazy if these two entities found a way to sit down and have this awkward interaction. That would be awesome. Not only would it be awesome, I think it would drive numbers for him and for me, and it would just be a win-win-win-win all the way around, right? But no, he took this eating and comedy interview idea to Bert Kreischer. To Bert Kreischer, dudes. I feel so slighted. I feel so slapped in the face. I feel so insulted. I feel so trampled on. All right, no, he's gonna go to some Hollywood podcast, bro, to get this thing going. Hollywood. I don't know if Bert Kreischer's Hollywood necessarily. Is he one of those Austin clowns? It's probably Austin. So I thought, well, since I feel personally slighted, I feel personally cheated, I feel personally swiped by Fat Mike over here, I'm gonna watch these first 10 minutes of this podcast again on the internet with you fine people, and I'm gonna commentate on it. And you're gonna see how sad and pathetic of an interview this is, and how much greater it would have been if it was like a My Dinner with Dan Frampton. I was still workshopping the title. I have no idea what I would call it. But I also sort of pitched this idea to Fletcher back in the day when we were in drama. Imagine if me and Fletcher, after me and Fletcher were in drama, that we went fishing together after he kind of threatened a fishing accident with me. Imagine we filmed that fishing trip. Man, fishing with Frampton and Fletcher? All that alliteration, that's gonna move numbers, bro. That's gonna sell tickets. That's gonna put butts in seats. All these legends, they're turning me down. They're gonna wish that they took me up on these offers. These are gold offers I'm offering these people. Fishing with Frampton and Fletcher, My Dinner with Fatty. Come on, that's money. That's money, mostly for me. But still, it's money. All right, the first 10 minutes, we can get through it. I don't even know if we're gonna get through 10 minutes, if I'm gonna be honest with you. We're gonna watch just a little bit of this interaction, just not as good because Bert Kreischer's coming from this like fanboy perspective. And if I were to do it, it would come from this like, we're already in drama and we're working through it and this is water under the bridge and now we're in public kind of lens or whatever. But it's not that. How does that Flight of the Conchords song go? I got hurt feelings. Something like that. My feelings are hurt, Fat Mike, all right? You stabbed me in my groin and you stomped all over it, bud. I hate it. Oh my God. And I'm showing my vulnerability to the internet. I'm being like, this guy slighted me and I'm angry as fuck about it. So we're gonna watch him be cringe with Bert Kreischer. Bert Kreischer, ladies and gentlemen. And of all the fucking people, it could have been anybody, dude. He could have went on Rogan and I wouldn't have felt so slighted, okay? That would have been Rogan. I would have been proud of him for landing Rogan. That would have been sick for Fat Mike, dude. Come on, no, Bert Kreischer. Bert Kreischer. Bert Kreischer, nah. Okay, all right. Fat Mike and El Jefe explain why NOFX is really done. Something's Burning, Season 7, Episode 10. This is going for 7 seasons, dude. Bert Kreischer. What a fucking guy. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? I don't think you're ready. I haven't prepared you adequately for this. Roll it.
It's like, everyone's tried to pee in a woman when you're having sex. It's impossible.
Oh, dude. Brother. Dude. Fat Mike. Oh, dude. He's trying to bring his brand of comedy to the comedy world and it just lands flat, even with Bert Kreischer. Your jokes aren't even popping, Bert Kreischer. I know you're just trying to weird him out. You're trying to troll him in real life or whatever, but it's not even working, dude. It's not even working. Oh, brother. Dude, this is wasted on Bert Kreischer. Wasted.
Never tried to be.
Look, Bert Kreischer takes it so fucking earnest. I would never do Fat Mike with his straight face. Dude.
Man, it's easy.
Oh my God, dude. Dude. Fat Mike. I know. You might think he got some jokes. You might think he got some quips, dude. You might try to like pop some comedians. You know that wouldn't get a reaction from me in person. You know that, right? You know I'd be like, Mike, dude, that's fucking disgusting. If you're gonna make a joke, at least like make me laugh. Be funny. That's the whole thing about, dude. That's just gross as fuck. What are you talking about? You're just being gross. We're here in public. We're about to eat food, and you're talking about, dude. Time and place. This guy's like 100 years old, railed out on all the cokes. Coca-Cola, that is.
Where's my crasher? Well,
this is his, wait, this is his show? This is it? This could have all been cut out, could it not? Where's my he's just looking for his little implements, his little cooking tools or whatever you call them, the spatula, whipping up some beef. Where's Fat Mike? Got the liquid death. Note the liquid death everywhere with all the logos facing us. Awesome, very punk rock, Fat Mike. Not late stage capitalism whatsoever. Liquid death, bro. You gotta be fucking jerking my jerk right now, dude.
Oh, there we go.
the one part of the documentary at the very end,
They're filming
final
dummies.
show, and you show all the people coming to give you love.
Yeah.
And you show the network, or what we call network execs.
What we call network execs. Oh, is that the hidden industry term, Bert Kreischer? What we call network execs. He's gonna talk about the liquid death here, I bet. Note the liquid death. 1, 2, 3, 4 cans of liquid death in frame right now with their logos facing me. All right, thanks, Fat Mike. Thanks, Bert Kreischer. Bullshit.
Why'd you guys started without me?
No, I'm just browning meat.
You guys started without me. No, I'm just browning meat. What? You did start without him. You clearly did. And Bert, what do you mean, no? You're just browning meat. Isn't that your show? Isn't that starting? Isn't the browning of the meat the starting of the show? I'm so confused. I'm baffled, ladies and gentlemen. Fat Mike. Not looking great, by the way. Looking pretty haggard, living up to the nickname.
I can't believe it. I was here on time.
You were here early.
I put the punk in punctual.
Ooh. Ouch. Yikes, dude. You put the punk in punctual? Say that again. You wouldn't be able to get away with saying that joke to anybody in comedy other than Bert Kreischer, dude. You put the punk in punctual? Brother. Aren't you? Oh, dude, that's... Holy dude. How long did it take him to come up with that awesome joke? He's got no jokes, bro. And he's here with Bert Kreischer, where he should look like $1 million, right? Maybe that's the whole purpose of booking this gig, is to book yourself with the least funny person, so you at least come across as funny. I know, I would mog this at a Fat Mike if we were sitting down at a Tim Hortons in Canada. It would be a Mog Fest. It would be Mog from beginning to night, bro. And he knows that. So he went with Bert Kreischer, and his jokes still aren't landing. You think the punk and punctual is gonna land with me? Not at all. It's not even landed with Bert fucking Kreischer, dude. This guy puts his finger in his belly button and farts and calls it a joke, man. Brother.
This is
Come on.
This is for you, so you know how to say it.
Oh man, absolutely bombed. Didn't get a reaction. Like, come on. No, you bombed. Read the room, Fat Mike. Do you see how awful this is to watch? Do you see how hard this is? And it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And here, another pre-planned gimmick here, another bit that they've planned. Let's see how it plays out. Spoiler, not funny.
His name?
Yeah.
It's Bert.
Bert.
No. Your last name. The
You'll
first
never
part-
have to say it.
The first name that's misspelled is easy.
So, in the documentary
Because Bert spells his name B-E-R-T, they're making a joke that it's... I'm not going to explain the joke, but either way, Bert Kreischer just sails right past it. Doesn't even acknowledge the fact that Fat Mike is trying to make fun of his name. I don't know if it's like a Bert Kreischer is too stupid to realize what's going on or whatever, but the joke just didn't land. Bert just completely steamrolled over him. Bro, you're getting comedy steamrolled by Bert Kreischer. That's embarrassing, man. That is literally embarrassing. You're getting mogged by Bert Kreischer. Fuck, man. What a state of affairs. I still feel slighted.
very end, you've basically made a diatribe of why you never sold out to the major labels.
Yeah.
And a label exec comes up in the shot and gives you a hug with a liquid death in his hand. And I went, that's why. That guy knows Live Nation has...
And Fat Mike is there being like, Dude, you're calling me out for selling out and trying to make a joke out of it. There was no pop. There was no joke. There was no nothing from Fat Mike. Fat Mike is just like, oh God, he's calling me out for the liquid death. We got the liquid death all over the place. Oh man, he's gonna say that I'm a sellout for the liquid death thing. Anyway, let's see how Fat Mike rolls with it. Because roll with it, he does.
Has a deal with liquid death, and he was like, we got to make sure we get our sponsor in this doc. And I went,
I didn't catch that.
oh, I did. Oh, dude, I am so, I sold out.
I don't know if this is his like cute, clever way to get Fat Mike to say that he's sold out, but he is very quick to say that he's sold out. I love it, dude. I love it.
But I have to tell you something after that story.
Please.
I'm a first-round investor in liquid death.
Me too.
Yeah.
Fist bump over late stage capitalism between a fucking sold out punk rocker and a sold out failed comedian. Dude, bro. You have to be kidding me. This is the timeline right now. This is what Fat Mike is choosing to do with his fucking time on the internet. Fist bumping Bert Kreischer over being first round investors in liquid death? Brother, you've lost the plot. Where's Ian Mackay when you need him? Let's fist bump over that. Dude, are you I'm a first round investor. That wasn't a sponsor. I was the sponsor. I'm the corporate entity. Fat Mike.
That's why I loved it.
That's why it's all here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's why it's all here. He thinks he's gonna get away with that as like a joke. No, there are 4 cans, all cracked, with the labels facing the camera, bro. This is all deliberate. It all benefits you. That's the thing you gotta ask whenever you see anything. Who does this benefit? And all of this, I guess, is benefiting Fat Mike. Well, at least he thinks it is, but he's being currently mogged. I'll say it again. He's being mogged by Bert fucking Kreischer. Dude, Bert Kreischer's never mogged anyone a day in his life. And this is just a mog fest, a stomping, a molly-whopping.
yeah, maybe that wasn't maybe it wasn't a corporation doing that.
But what's interesting is
It was.
Again, he got steamrolled. Fat Mike goes in for another joke. Maybe that wasn't a corporation. Pauses for laughter. Bert Kreischer steamrolls over him. Doesn't let him breathe. Doesn't let him get a joke, and then moves on to the next thing. As if it wasn't even acknowledged. As if you're not even there, Fat Mike. You're not even getting a reaction from Bert Mother Flippin' Kreischer. It's a sad video. And we're 2 minutes and 52 seconds into this 1 hour and 37 minute mog fest. There's no way, man. It is tremendously embarrassing.
I'm more fascinated by the energy of punk.
Dude, I love that. I'm more fascinated by the energy of punk. Oh, are you, Bert Kreischer? It's the energy of punk that fascinates you, is it? Dude, you sound like a caveman.
Than anything in the world. And I think it's because I probably would admit I sold out. I think I started with punk vibes.
I think I started with punk vibes. You think you started with punk vibes? Dude. I'm at a loss of words over here. You can't think you start with punk vibes and then know that you sold out. You're just trying to connect with a punk musician in any way that you know how, but it just comes across as so disconnected from anything punk vibes would ever be adjacent to. Dog, nothing that I'm looking at here seems like it was ever punk. Fat Mike included.
I have punk energy.
I have punk energy, he says. Dude, I might need to use that in all my videos. I might need to start every video with this clip. I have punk energy, he says. Imagine that in my intro where it just does that little drum thing and then it goes into, I have punk energy, and then my video starts every time. Bert Kreischer, you do not have punk energy. You do not. I'm sorry. You have overgrown toddler energy.
But I got to a place where I was like, yo, my kids need to go to college.
Oh, is that where you got to? You go, oh, I gotta sell out my punk ideals. Yeah, you were a real Ian Mackay before you fucking sold out. Really, buddy? I believe that for a second. I actually don't believe that even for 1 second.
And I took the pill.
Yeah, I took the pill. Well, you did, but you took it as soon as it was available to you. What do you mean, bro? You have punk energy and you sold out because you have to put your kids through college. Shut the literal up, man. Holy crap.
Yep.
I took the pill and I was like, dude,
The blue pill, Viagra.
And then Half Face is like, yep. We're just all nodding in agreement that we all just sold out. We're all just doing Hollywood now. We're all just big late stage capitalists. We've lost every bit of our ideals. We lost every bit of our ethics. It's all down the drain now. And now we're here literally chopping it up with Bert Kreischer of Joe Rogan Podcast Brosphere's fame. Come on, guys. How far have you fallen? It's tremendous. It's tremendous. The rise and fall, we're there. We're at the bottom, Fat Mike. This is disgustingly embarrassing.
yeah. No, you know, with your blood pressure.
No, I'm on the Cinepril.
Oh, they just go, okay. All right. Ladies, we didn't even get 3 minutes in. We did. We got 3 minutes and 23 seconds into this thing. I don't want to subject you to any more of it. You get the vibe. You get the idea. It's fucking a whole hour and a half longer than this. There's no way we're doing it. I can't do it. I can't even go through it and do like clips and stuff like that. It is insufferable. If you thought that this was sufferable, let me know down below. You're like, no, I thought it was actually really funny. No, I actually like Liquid Death. I think Fat Mike and Bert Kreischer have excellent on-screen chemistry. I want to hear that because I need to hear that cope. I need to hear that lie. Did you see this? There was no chemistry whatsoever. Bert Kreischer kept fucking steamrolling over Fat Mike. Fat Mike couldn't get a word in edgewise. He came in late. All of his jokes fell flat. Nothing landed. El Jefe is just sitting there like a yes man, nodding and agreeing to everything. Bro, this thing is a train wreck, and it was only a minute in. Now, if we were doing like French fries with Frampton or something, I'm not sure what we'd call it, all right? Still workshopping the name. It would be so much better than this. It would be a half hour, 45 minutes, in and out, nothing but hilarity. Nothing but amazing funniness all the way through. Yeah, some awkward cringe, because that's the nature of that style comedy. Absolutely. But I would know how to let it breathe. I would know how to give Fat Mike his shine, give him his moments, because it's a dance, it's a tango, and it takes two, and I want the thing to be funny, and I would want the thing to be engaging, so I would want Fat Mike to have that balance on screen. That is a thing that Bert Kreischer is not affording him, not by a long shot. It's not happening. This thing is not comedy gold. It's not funny. It doesn't provide any emotional weight or value whatsoever. There's no tension. There's no payoff. There's no release. This isn't comedy. Okay? I'll just say that right now, Fat Mike. It takes more than a couple awkward jokes here and there to create comedy, to create moments that are memorable. Nothing here is memorable other than how much I hate it and how much now you, sir, Fat Mike, let me pull it back up here. You have no longer been redeemed. I'm taking you from the redemption column and putting you right here, back where you belong, in the Rogues Gallery. Finally, everything is right with the world. Fat Mike, enemy of the channel. I can't see it any other way. Bert Kreischer, my feelings are hurt, okay? And yeah, maybe this might be coming from a hurt feelings place, okay? You took my concept, you took my pitch, and you took it to fucking Bert Kreischer out of everybody. Bert Kreischer. Do yourselves a favor, everybody. Go out and watch My Breakfast with Blassie and understand how great of a premise that would be for like Frampton and Fat Mike, or Frampton and Drain, Frampton and Fletcher. Anybody that he's been in drama with, that we've worked it out with or whatever, imagine an awkward sit down, chopping it up. That would be incredible. That would be incredible, man. That's money. And if it did raise the profile, I'm a good person. I wouldn't be so fucking greedy about it. I would share that with the person that shared the screen with me, that helped me make comedy gold. That would be awesome. I wouldn't be able to pay them immediately until it paid off. But if we got 100,000 plus views on this thing, yeah, I'd throw a couple shekels, of course I would. But Fat Mike chose Bert Kreischer. French fries with Frampton would have been way funnier. Still workshopping that name. What do you think it should be called? Comment down below. But while you're down there commenting, please remember to hit like, press subscribe, give me some hype points, and come back for another video sometime. All right, see you later.
I'm Mr. King Dice. I'm the gamest in the land. I never play nice. I'm the devil's right-hand man.